What's good, boxing fans? It's your boy, Pool Kind of Boxing, coming back at you with another boxing video for the boxing heads and the boxing minds. Please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more hardcore boxing content. Now, Jermell Charlo, he's headed into his second fight with Brian Castano. The first fight was a draw. Now, during that fight, Jermell Charlo didn't look like himself. He didn't look like, the aggressive, moving forward, invulnerable juggernaut, who could take punishment and dish it out like he did, against Tony Harrison, and which was a great performance. But against Brian Castano, he seemed kind of passive, and he didn't look good that fight. But Castano, he had, this Wolverine type strength and speed, and he always did have this kind of speed. But you could see when Jermell Charlo pushed forward and used his physical attributes and his athletic ability, that Castano was really relegated to doing nothing. Only when Jermell Charlo went backwards to the rope and he wasn't aggressive, Brian Castano was, getting off and scoring. And Jermell Charlo just lost his place in the fight, and he allowed Brian Castano to, score a little bit too much and earn a draw. So in the second fight, leading up in the camps, Brian Castano, he has a torn bicep, but he still should have taken the test, the VADA test. So look like in boxing right now, the Mexican fighters, or the Hispanic fighters, I should say, because I think Brian Castano is Argentinian, but they're allowing them to juice against black fighters, and everybody seemed to be okay with it. I'm just going to say it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to put that out there, but that's what I see. And Jermell Charlo is like, they could barely test it in the first fight, which may be, was what was going on with this, this super energy that Brian Castano seemed to possess during the fight. Now, if you're allowed to take steroids, that gives you an advantage, and it's not fair. But Jermell Charlo, he needs to do his due diligence and make sure everybody's on the up and up. And he can't be being distracted with other fighters, get into their business, and getting into trouble outside of boxing, right? He needs to keep his mind on what's going on in the ring, and get his activity up, get his aggression back. Because I know Jermell Charlo, he just had a baby, and he got a gold chain on the baby already. You know what I'm saying? And he don't really mess with his community that much like that. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm in the man camp, but I just listen to the things he's saying. About Deontay Wilder, about, I know he messed with Spence, that's his friend. But he has some very particular ways about him, like he's not very comfortable being in his skin, and he's always, kind of acting like some kind of boxing Tupac or something, you know what I mean? And he's always staying in some kind of drama, but, he is a unified champion, you know what I'm saying? He has 3 belts, Castano has the last belt. And so, he got Tim Tszyu, who's out there who wants to fight him. And Tim Tszyu calls him, he says he's not a lion, he is a pussycat. Personally, I think that Jermell Charlo would destroy Tim Tszyu, but we don't really know who Tim Tszyu is. But he will be fighting Terry Gashao, he was on the undercard, and they took him off this undercard of the Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano undercard because of all the delays and pushbacks. So that's going to weaken, the Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano undercard, because now they got their own card. That is Tim Tszyu and Terry Gashao, or they'll be fighting on Showtime. So that they're gonna have to replace, maybe find some kind of weaker competition, and that's gonna weaken the the strength of that card. So but we were looking forward to seeing what Tim Tszyu can do. You know what I'm saying? Because Terry Gashao is a pretty good fighter, and we don't know who Tim Tszyu really is. So it would be good to see him. That would have been a good undercard for him to shine on. So, but Charlo needs to keep his head in the game. You know what I'm saying? Stop, going to Canelo fights and, pushing, other fighters around, trying to get some kind of publicity, some kind of cheap publicity and stuff, man, and just kind of tone it down and fall back. And, he got a whole Brian Castano that he has to prepare for, who might be out there juicing up like the Incredible Hulk or the Juggernaut, because, when that bell rings and he jumps across that ring like Wolverine and jump right into his ass, it's going to be, he's going to have to deal with that, you know what I'm saying? And, Brian Castano going to try to step on his ass, he's coming for those 3 belts. And I hope Jermell Charlo, he's not, trading the passion of boxing, his craft, for the glory of, just being another, asshole out there in the street, you know what I'm saying? And just because he got a little bit of money, so, like Hackler said, it's hard to go, run 4 miles when you're sleeping in silk pajamas, But I think Charlo's gonna be okay. He just need to refocus, and they need to do their due diligence and check out, make sure Brian Castano's is checking in with VADA. But that's all I got. I don't want to make this video too long, and make sure you smash my like button. And guys, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Who's gonna win this fight? You know what I'm saying? Between Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo, who you want to win? Leave a comment below. We'll chop it up, man. See you guys in the next one.